I've never seen a diamond.
Across the world, we gather. Across the world, we learn. From each other, about each other, with each other.
With this quarantine, I'm not going stir crazy because I also have this little fluff ball.
Got a desk set up here with my laptop on a stand, a bit of paper on the side.
It was my first experience pitching to a real client.
In my mind, this is a fast track to these people being our industry leaders of the future.
Having studied and getting the knowledge here, and transferring it back to the community is just a way of saving people's lives, Saving people's lives doesn't mean that someone is going to die and you're saving it. No. Somebody might be in a very bad, hard situation, but due to my knowledge, I can help him.
You are now a part of a graduate network that spans across the globe. Make sure you leverage it and connect with your fellow alumni.
When you're out in the industry, it doesn't matter what year you graduated. It doesn't matter how old you are. Because when it comes out to the industry and we're networking with each other, we can all have like-minded skills.
When it's a no-brainer and it's in your blood and it burns and it's what you know and it's what you love and you wake up in the morning and think about it, you just have to do it. At all costs, you do it. You're unstoppable at it.
I encourage you to keep persevering, don't give up, and have fun along the way. I did.
Morning, everybody. We were waiting for an announcement which hasn't come across, which is basically to welcome you all here this morning under these very changed circumstances. My name is Greg Harper. I'm the Pro-Vice-Chancellor of Business and Hospitality, and I'll be your MC today. And I'm also standing in for the Vice-Chancellor, who's in Adelaide and unable to be here with us today. Many of our senior staff are based in other states, and so we've got a smaller group here today as a consequence, but so very much welcome. I think I'll just make a start on my part of the program. So if you'd all please be seated. So it's our great pleasure to welcome you today to the graduation ceremony. At Torrens University, one of our key values is to be good and to do good. Doing good starts with respect and acknowledgement. On the lands where our campuses are located, teaching and learning and research have taken place since time immemorial. These are traditional lands. Torrens University is proudly Australia's newest university. We are fuelled by our values to begin and end with people, be good, be bold and be creative, be well and be global. But when we consider our values, we know we must acknowledge the traditional custodians. We would like to acknowledge the First Nations people as the original inhabitants, or as the traditional owners of the land on which we are meeting, on which our meeting is taking place today, the Meanjin people. We recognise the country north and south of the Brisbane River as the home of both the Turrbal and the Jagera nations. We pay deep respects to all elders past, present and future. This morning, the Australian National Anthem will be performed by one of our alumni from Billy Blue College of Design at Torrance. Please stand and welcome Nicole Kaminsky to sing the National Anthem. Thank you, Nicole, for that wonderful rendition of National Anthem. It's a pleasure to have you as a participant in today's ceremony. On behalf of Torrens University, I declare open the congregation to confer awards and award diplomas and certificates and degrees. I extend a particularly warm welcome to our graduands, families, friends, our academics, our staff and invited guests. I extend a warm welcome to Emeritus Professor Dennis Gibson, AO, Board Member of Torrens University. Graduands, today's ceremony is both a chance to celebrate and a moment to reflect. Your journey is now a part of who you are. We're proud at Torrens to stand with you on that journey. By graduating today, we acknowledge the hard work, the sacrifice, the personal dedication and drive that it has taken to get to this moment. Congratulations, graduates. But we also acknowledge the support that has helped you along the way. To all the family and friends with us today, and please do sit down, and to those who could not be here in person, thank you. Thank you for the encouragement you have offered and in many cases for the sacrifices you have made in supporting our graduates. Our vision at Torrens University is that we champion the power of people to connect the world for good. Our guest speaker today embodies that vision, particularly to connect the world for good. He does it in abundance. Brett Levy is a creative director at Bilby Virtual Labs. Brett is a digital storyteller who is passionate about preserving First Nations knowledge and uses virtual reality, augmented reality and gaming to gain a better understanding and respect for mob. Brett, welcome to Torrens University, Australia. It's a pleasure to have you address our 2021 graduates. There he is.
Yoway. I'm a Kumar Mardi from Western Queensland. And I was just thinking when I got up here that I graduated 40 years ago. You'd never guess it. I was thinking, I had so many dreams when I was sitting in the seats that you are, when I graduated way back. Who I wanted to be, what I wanted to accomplish, what stories I wanted to tell, what companies I wanted to work for. I thought I might work for Shell, but I didn't. It might take a little time, but I believe it would happen. When I sat where you're sitting today, I didn't think about tomorrow, what I would be doing tomorrow, what I needed to do tomorrow. I graduated in 1983. Actually, I went to university in 1983 and graduated in 1987. It feels like it was 83, but it was a great year for me in 87. That time, I just won the National Under-20 200 metre final. I thought I was pretty good. I just played and won for the Junior Wallabies against New Zealand, which never happens, ever. It was at the Sydney Cricket Ground. And then a guy came up to me after, a guy called Alan Jones. He works in media. Some of you guys might be thinking about media. You might know the man. And he said to me, "Do you want to join this World Cup squad?" And I did. And it was fun. And I wasn't sure though. But back then in 87, 88, I had no money. I had to get a job. I was really desperately needing a washing machine. I didn't have one, and a fridge. I had to work out how to get by. My plans were to settle down, retire from elite sport. So I began a job teaching for Education Queensland down at Boonah State High School. Now, if anybody's been to Boonah back then, there was no Aboriginal kids there. That's another story. Anyway, I got bored of that for a little while, did 2 years, and then I got back out of that. And I decided to give uni another go. And at that same time, I thought I might run a bit more. And I got a bit faster. And my team, 4x100 metres, ran the third fastest 4x1 in the world. They wouldn't send us to Barcelona, but in consolation, they sent me to Cuba. And we went there with a group. And I had a good friend called Kyle Vanderkuyp. I don't know if you heard of the boy. He was a great hurdler. We got arrested in Cuba for having US dollars, interrogated for 12 hours. That's character building. Looking at an Uzi by a badly speaking English Cuban does scare you a bit. What I'm saying in those words is never be afraid. Never be afraid of change even. Embrace any opportunities you have. And if you encounter setbacks, make new plans. We certainly did. I said to Cole at the time, don't rise to the bait. Be cool, we'll get out of this. So I say to you, don't search for defining moments, because you know what? They've already happened. My parents wanted to send me to the best schools. And she did that, and she saw the value of education, just like your parents have supported to do. Whenever you might feel derailed, try to find your rhythm, and don't wait for someone to say you are ready. Who wears Nikes here? Anybody wear Nike? Just do it. Just do it. Some people might tell you you aren't ready, but I say act. And I've heard some words already today on the screen and whatnot, to act courageously. I call this the R&D of life. Don't bother to ask anybody. Show it, do it, try it, fall forward. So that way you know where you're falling, and then get up and go again. My mother was a 4th grade dropout. An Aboriginal girl who wanted to do more in education but had to work as a farmhand. She eventually became a laundry maid, a cleaner, a nanny and a housecook. That was her career path. And actually it stayed to her career path her entire life. But she wanted more for her kids. There was 2 boys and a daughter. My sister works for the Department of Environment. I'm doing what I do. My brother is a crazy AFL man who works for the Sydney Swans. And I don't follow AFL, I don't know if anybody does here, but it's what it is. I like rugby union, obviously, you know that. But she wanted better. And then she instilled in that ability to learn. Now, I think that you learn all the time. You learn your entire life. So don't stop doing that. Don't stop improving. I think that can be done. I had another yarn, and I think you might have heard this one before or might not have. Thomas Edison did 1,000 experiments till the first one worked. So keep trying. Eventually they'll all fail except one will succeed. You'll try many things to succeed, but always fall forward. Align yourself, I say, with people who encourage you. Align yourself with people who you can learn from. My design company, Bilby Labs, has got 10 wonderful people. Great historians, great designers, great programmers, all that. We don't settle for mediocrity. We always strive for that little bit extra. We look for all the special bits. We seek higher ground, and I say to you, seek higher ground. Rise above the crowd, soar like an eagle. Now, I was going to show you a graphic design stuff and see how good I was to you fellas and show you this eagle, this animated eagle flying across the ground. I also did another yarn, another graphic about swim against the tide. I had a bull shark that travelled along Maywa, and actually the bull shark took a farmer up in Ipswich way back in the 1800s. So the bull sharks used to travel a lot, so don't swim in the Brisbane River, you can avoid it. And then I had another one about a dingo roaming the land, and I had a really good yarn about the dingoes roaming, which set the totems for Aboriginal marriage out at Western Queensland, the dingoes roaming. So I'm saying, roam wide, soar high, swim against the tide. After all I've said, I want to leave you with this last bit. I believe the number of people here will influence many people. And I'm doing a small little bit of maths here. I think that each one of you should be able to, in your time, meet many people, but influence 10 majorly. And if you do that, those people will influence another 10, and then they might influence another 10 from your initiation. I think in time, say 20 years, I think that amounts to about 3 million people you might influence. Think about that. That's your path. So Godspeed, Plan for tomorrow. Don't ask permission, and certainly don't ask permission to fail. But if you fail, fail forward, fall forward, raise the bar for the rest of your life, and it will meet yours. So good luck. Well done. Thank you.
Sorry, Brad. Sorry, Brad, if you could just come back for a moment. Get away from me. You're quick, you're very quick, obviously. Oh, I shouldn't, but we did.
Okay.
Look, thank you for sharing your story, and your philosophy of act courageously, just do it, is really great advice, and clearly that's how you live your life, and testament to you, the achievement and the humility to keep learning and wanting to learn. So very much appreciate your words today. Thank you very much. Great privilege. I now call on Emeritus Professor Dennis Gibson, AO, Board Member of Torrens University, Australia, to confer the awards.
Ladies and gentlemen, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the governing boards of Torrens University, Australia and Think Education, I shall confer certain degrees. I certify that the candidates present and those in absentia have fulfilled the conditions prescribed for admission to certain degrees and are entitled to be admitted to the rank, privileges and responsibility of these degrees. Thank you and congratulations.
My sincere thanks, Emeritus Professor Dennis Gibson. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, graduates. My name is Daniel Staby, and I'm a Senior Learning Facilitator and National Academic Coordinator here at Torrens in our Bachelor of Interior Design program. I'm very proud of the graduates today. My job is to present each candidate for admission to our Pro Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Greg Harper. I now present each candidate for admission. From Diploma of Digital Media Design, Martha Liliana Bonilla Reyes. From Diploma of Graphic Design, Amber Louise Madden. Amy Stevens. Emma Jane Westman. Hayley Elise Weller. Helen Dixon. Ian Robert Briggs. Jasmine Furman. Joseph David Charlie Hughes. Laura Slowgrove. Marilise Momberg. Sarah Yassir. Sarah Lopez. Tiffany Scaroni. From the Diploma of Interior Design and Decoration, Ashley Tali Levy. Athena Zajic. Barbara Stutley. Catherine Patton. Chelsea Louise Hardy. Courtney Jane Breen. Daniel Martin. Alicia Nadine Muratoglu. Estelle McGregor Davis. Hannah Grace Scott. Hannah Patricia Grace Bidner. Leah Kari. Lily Helms. Lukas Valchuk. Megan Louise Lenane. Melissa Jane Woodcroft. Nikki Findley. Sarah Crome. Tabitha Joan Weston. Tamara Gillies. From the Diploma of Photo Imaging, Anne Christian. Drew Gareth Dennis. Emily Kate Hobbs. Tracy Jane Finch. Tristan McCool. From the Bachelor of Branded Fashion Design, Aaron Grant. Danielle Bertram. Yelena Dalton. Joel Dunkley. Juanita Pardo Garcia. Natasha Jamie Mulligan. Sarah Jane Marsh. Tia Marinov. Virginia Mann. Yan Nei Ho. From the Bachelor of Communication Design, Ashley Ament. Brenna D. Coleman. Catherine Jackson. Chelsea Jane Reich. Cheyenne Van Bickham. Danielle Edgeworth. Georgia Locke. Hannah Margaret O'Brien. Lyudmila Kim. Maya Natsuki Maxwell. Ruben East. Sophie Francis Leeds. Teal Rogers. From the Bachelor of Creative Technologies in Game Art, Dorothea Krebs. From the Bachelor of Digital Media in Interaction Design, Fabian Enrique Cunones Mantilla. Yagmur Ali Sakin. From the Bachelor of Interior Design, Commercial, Anna Brown. Ashley Ann Keane. Brittany Kemp. Chihu Tarui. Dominique Sheffe. Emily Gilmore. Hazel Kyan Sutton Hooker. Huishu Chen. Moni Neith Heng. Roxanne Serdal. Saffron Jade Zeleny. Sarah Emily Traynor. Victoria Kate Jadrisco. From the Bachelor of Interior Design Residential, Sky Marie Heather. From the Bachelor of Business and Bachelor of Branded Fashion Design, Charlotte Annalise Brader. Rebecca Louise Small. From the Bachelor of Business and Bachelor of Communication Design, Darcy Rose McGrath. And from the Graduate Certificate in UX and Web Design, Belinda Freeman. Benjamin Peter Carnahan. Sean Edward Joseph Backhouse. So congratulations to our Design and Creative Technology graduates and all of those graduating in absentia today. And we'll do it once more. Ladies and gentlemen, can I please ask you to be upstanding and join with me on congratulating our class of 2021. Please be seated. Graduates, it is important to recognise that partly the reason you are graduating today is because of the wonderful love, support, teaching, mentoring and dedication provided to you by your family, friends, your teachers and our professional staff. I would like to now ask you to stand up and say thank you through giving them a big round of applause. So please be seated. I welcome back Dr. Greg Harper and Professor Emeritus Dennis Gibson to present the Torrens University Awards.
Thank you, Daniel. We are also acknowledging several students who have gone above and beyond their work. The Be Good Award is awarded to the graduate who embodies our value of Be Good at Torrens University, Australia. Our value, Be Good, in a sense means to do good in everything we do. Be Good means to achieve the highest quality, leading with care, respect and purpose. It's our belief in making the world a better place. Huishu Chen, Bachelor of Interior Design Commercial, embodies that Be Good ethos of Torrens University. They are the winner of our Be Good Award and I invite them to the stage. Sue is an illustrator for the 2021 Indie Book Award-winning Uncovering Morocco Materials and Finishes. The book documents the explorations of Billy Blue College of Design study to Morocco. The proceeds of the book and Sue's illustrations are donated to projects or an organisation that empowers teenage girls to be able to continue their education, speak for their rights and live more fulfilled, productive lives in Morocco. As a graduate, Sue continues her design practice of new and heritage projects with sensitive design and building code research. She is now giving back to students as a lecturer at Torrens University and Griffith University. Congratulations. Thank you, Professor Gibson. The other two awardees today are not able to join us, so I'll just read you and give recognition to them, read the little story about their background. These are Excellence Award. These are awards about highest academic achievement by a student eligible to graduate at Brisbane ceremony in any higher education course offered by the design faculty. Kanaya Magaza, Diploma of Graphic Design, secured 2 internships during her studies based on the quality of her work. This embodies our purpose. Everyone goes to work, everyone gets a job. Our belief at Torrens University is that our #1 measure of success is our graduates going on to do the jobs they love. Kanaya is now also working with Torrens University marketing team to implement a range of Billy Blue merchandise after being a successful student selected from a work-integrated live brief. Congratulations to Kanaya. Our second Excellence Award is Undergraduate Award. Joshua Djuwisk. I should have checked how to pronounce that beforehand, I do apologise. Joshua is a competition winner for BFM, the Brisbane Fashion Month, and Robert Henderson collaboration. His designs have been chosen by industry representatives to be displayed and showcased on the runway at Brisbane Fashion Month and the Acro events. As a student, Joshua was a positive influence on his peers and collaborated with students across the various disciplines. Joshua also received continuous praise and recognition for his coursework from industry guests during panel presentations. As a graduate, he continues to influence and works as a design assistant with a local, well-recognised fashion label, Dogstar. Joshua is the 2021 Design Institute of Australia Graduate of the Year. So can we please recognise Joshua? Thank you, Professor Gibson, for presenting the awards, and please another round of award for all of the award winners. I now welcome back our Be Good Award winner, Sue Chen, to give the graduate address. Sue.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, honoured guests, members of faculty and fellow graduates. I would like to thank Professor Emeritus Dennis Gibson and Dr. Greg Harper for the honour of addressing you today as your graduate speaker for 2021. First and foremost, another big congratulations to all my fellow graduates for successfully completing your studies during these challenging and uncertain times. For those that don't know me, my name is Sue, and I completed a Bachelor of Interior Design Commercial. Getting here has been a long road for me, but I wouldn't trade a second of it. I first started studying with Torrance before it was even Torrens University. How, you might ask? I started with the diploma in late 2014, when it was still known as CATC Design School. Then I worked in corporate and international tax in advisory. And at the time, having this creative avenue to retreat to after work was invaluable in coping with the stresses of my job. After a year, I moved away to Vancouver, Canada for work to broaden my horizons and to satisfy my travel bug. Soon after my return to Australia, I recommenced my studies here in interior design in late 2017. By this stage, CATC Design School and Billy Blue had become one, and soon after became Torrens University, Australia. Throughout this entire journey, I took what you might call the scenic route to get here. But what has remained constant is the very things that made studying here so attractive in the first place. And that is that with the small class sizes we have here and such passionate lecturers and members of faculty who give so much of their time and attention to support the students. This is at the heart of what sets Torrance apart from other institutions for me and why it has made such a lasting impression on my life. I had such dread for returning to tertiary learning after so many years of full-time work since my previous studies. The staff and students I have met along the way have made my journey a true pleasure. Now, as I stand here with you all, looking back over our years, I just want us to remember all the things that we have achieved. Studying here at Torrance has given me so many unique opportunities to explore new horizons and make a difference to the future of design. I got to travel to Morocco with my fellow design students from different disciplines and different campuses across Australia on the design tour in 2019. I've worked on a live brief designing a floating school for Bangladesh flood-ravaged regions and conducted research for mobile caravan homes for refugees and displaced persons. I have also connected with members of industry through various events at the university, and I have mentored fellow students here on campus, and I'm privileged enough now to be a member of this amazing faculty and continue to make a difference in students' lives. To my fellow graduates, I would like to echo the words of our guest speaker, Brett Levy, from before, and leave you with this message. Never stop learning. Interior design is my second career since I recommenced my studies in my 30s. I hold 2 other bachelor degrees in commerce and law and have had years of work experience under my belt when I took the plunge and followed my passions and my heart to interior design. And let me tell you, it was not an easy transition to make. So believe me when I say that you never know where life will take you or what opportunities or obstacles it will throw in your path. Like this past year and a half of working and studying in a pandemic and the challenges of making the sudden switch to online learning. We've all overcome these uncertain times and have now completed our studies. But this is not the end of your learning journey. Learning doesn't stop simply when we leave the classroom. You will continue your learning throughout your career. Face every new obstacle as a potential new learning opportunity. Every mistake or every wrong turn in life teaches us something. So follow your heart and follow your passions and pass on the lessons that you have learned here at Torrance to your future colleagues, your future employees, and on to the next generation. Finally, I would like you all to join me in another round of applause to thank our lovely members of faculty who are with us today and congratulate our fellow graduates of 2021.
Thank you, Sue, for those words of encouragement and again reinforcing Brett's message as well about the value of learning, and certainly with the different qualifications you've achieved over time, you've obviously got a great commitment to it, and I'm glad you've found a passion that you can follow. To all of our new graduates, we're all extraordinarily proud of you. You are our ambassadors to this institution, as your careers will no doubt take you to all parts of Australia, all parts of the world. Torrens University will remain as part of your network. We continue to support and barrack for you. We hope very much that you'll stay in touch with each other and with us through the Alumni Association. A special thank you to our guest speakers and academic guests for all the sharing of this special day with you. We look forward to celebrating with you, so please join us for refreshments at the conclusion of the ceremony. I now invite Professor Emeritus Dennis Gibson to close today's ceremony.
Thank you, Greg. It's an opportunity for me just to say a few words at the end of graduation ceremony. My first graduation ceremony was so many decades ago that I'll not tell you how long ago it was, but it was many decades ago. And in the audience for my graduation ceremony were my parents. I'd gone through university. There'd been quite a few of us who'd left home to go to university. And we were all first of the family to go to university, and we'd had a good time, half a dozen of us. We'd done all sorts of things at university, but basically had a great time and studied. Our parents were so proud of us, and it's a day, this day is very special for me because it reminds me of the sacrifices my parents and my family made for me to go to university, as your family has made sacrifices for you to go to university. So, like me, I hope that you will always remember graduation and the support you were given by your life partner, your parents, your family, your friends, as you've gone through the special 3 or 4 years of your life. So, just a moment to think of them. Anyway, well done, and look forward to hearing about the great things that you're going to do in your life. Thank you.
I would now like to ask you all to stand for the academic progression, followed by the graduates.